That's fear talking. That's confidence issue talking, and the fear of not of making mistakes, and the fear of having, losing face before you go in, when you go in, and then you're there for a few days and you make a big mistake. Well, one of the ways to avoid that is to ask a lot of questions, okay? But what I do, even now, after 32 years in the field, if I want to switch to another area of law, and in your case, you're going in for the first time, I do this as well. The same thing that I'm teaching you is to understand what the duties are of that position I'm going after. And does that mean in general? No, it means specifically. Like, there are paralegals that work in many different areas of law. I've worked for 2 or 3 attorneys in the same law firm, and they were specializing in some different areas. One was specializing in estate planning and probate. No one else was specializing in that in the law firm. Others were specializing in litigation or mediation and arbitration. So there are all these different areas of law. I worked for my first attorney who worked for the city of Tulsa, and his specialty was zoning. And that helped him when he went in in a partnership in a law firm from the city of Tulsa into a partnership, and started specializing in another type of law, but it's related to zoning. So it can feel complicated, but this is what you do. When you see that there's something you're interested in, like an area of law, then you need to drill down and not study it if you were an attorney, but study it from a paralegal perspective. How do you do that? Get my playbook free. Right now it's free. So go over to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, easy to remember, and look under the Paralegal Resources Hub. Remember that, 3 words. And you can hover over it with your mouse, and you'll see the Paralegal Playbook. Get that. You have to sign up for it, download it, and then also investigate the hub itself. But get that playbook, go to the middle of one of the pages, and you will see an area where I discuss how to research duties of a paralegal in specific areas of law, how to research it, but then also learn a few of those duties. You have to drill down even further, learn some of those duties, and use your notebook. This is my Dollar Tree notebook. And put up here the area of law you're researching and what are you finding. This will help you so much when you're a paralegal too, because we take notes. We are information hoarders. So be sure that you do this homework before you start putting your resume and cover letter out there, because you have to communicate to the hiring attorney in your cover letter. You can't do it on your resume, really. And they only look at your resume for 15 seconds. You have to communicate in your cover letter, which they will study. Yes, this is what I found out after 3 to 5 years working as a paralegal in Oklahoma, and then moved to Florida. Found this out the hard way, waiting to hear from people. And all I heard were crickets. I heard nothing back for 3 weeks. I had to change some things, and my cover letter is what I changed. So the resume, they spend 15 seconds on it. So this is what I'm telling you. You have to communicate what you know how to do in order to help the attorney. And what will that do for you? Oh my gosh. I found out that the current job applicants aren't doing this. They're just hoping something sticks. They're hoping that the attorney will read between the lines. They're not going to read between anything. You have to show and tell. So really take that to heart. Take this seriously. I'm telling you how it is, okay? Look at under every tab on my website. Be the investigator detective. I love and I adore helping you. So go check that out. Download the playbook. Do your homework so you understand in depth. Do I like this area of law or not? But will you be 100% prepared as you go and you jump and you try to land a job? No, because there's a whole boatload of information and learning that has to be acquired when you're on the job. I have former students coming back to tell me, oh my gosh, there's so much to learn. That's after taking my class, because it's there's just, you go down a rabbit hole and you start to learn so much. And when you're learning, not only is this for your research, I want you to have a special section in your notebook for everything that you are learning how to do. Have a page for technical skills like software, that kind of stuff, and then another page for legal skills, legal knowledge that you're acquiring. What is that? And whether you're in school or not, 49 states allow you to get into this field without a certificate or schooling. There are always 3 ways to get in 49 states. The odd state out is California, who requires you to have a certificate and or 2-year degree. You have to go research that if you're in Cali. But the other 49 states so far have those 3 ways to get in, okay? So be sure that you're putting in this work as you go forward, and that you're strategically planning your career. But don't think that there's 100% certainty before you make that jump, and before you say, okay, I did a wonderful cover letter, my resume is a set of facts. That's all a resume is, really. And they don't fawn over your resume. Oh, but they study the cover letter. And if you're not using that cover letter as your greatest sales tool in the world, then you're missing the boat. So go to my website, look around, look at the hub, and educate yourself. Absorb all this information, write it down. Don't be overwhelmed. Write all of it down that you're learning. And then when you get on the job, do the same thing, because that means money to you in the future. Okay, have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.